Please do. We love your voice.
There we go. Include into your party chat there. All right.
Shut. So do I give the lead over to Kenzie tonight, eh? I guess.
Yeah, he is
is.
he is main
Yeah.
commentator. He is
Davy
essentially Murray
Croft.
Walker, or well, he calls
Oh.
himself Murray Walker 2.0, bro.
Is it? Oh, for good reason, isn't it?
Yeah, no, he's brilliant at what he does. He definitely does give a lot of excitement when it comes to the game. So let me just see pages that are following.
My headset actually hovered over my ears last night on some of the incidents on how crazy excited he gets when stuff like that happens. I got excited. I almost flew off my chair, but I couldn't be verbal enough with last night's race. There was just too much happening at once.
Yeah, no, like Kenzie doesn't miss much there.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Alright, so just quickly for the viewers, Fraser McKenzie, otherwise known as Kenzie, will be joining us
Kenzie
in
Retro.
roughly about, yes, there we go, 1 or 2 minutes from now. So just a warm welcome to everyone if you're joining the stream now. This is the Extreme 1 League Season 1, round number 4, Baku, 2019. You watching Camera 2 from Top Film. I'm the guest commentator for Kenzie, and we are joined by one of the fellow drivers, for time being, Ivan Delport, also known as Tamer. Welcome, Ivan, and thanks for
Good
joining
evening.
us.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, I'm one of the commentators slash drivers for the Extreme 1 League. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. We will definitely be joined in by Kenzie Retro as soon as possible. So, Willem, how was the Talk of the Devil League race last night?
Yes, Ivan. I spoke to Kenzie, and post race when we stopped the stream, and he asked me a question, and it was what stood out for me, and I couldn't comprehend the race. I'm still I'm sitting now a day later to just sum it up, because there wasn't a dull moment in that race. It was on the seat stuff the moment we started with the race. We had an extremely good qualifying session. It was a mixture of cars in the top 10, and that being your lower cars, your faster cars, your midfield cars. Everyone was in the top 10, and first 10 laps was chaos. The first 10 laps we had 10 drivers DNFing in the race. So
Yeah.
excitement started very soon, and it ended with the biggest bang I suppose it's going to be for the season, with Anthony Waddington giving P2 back to Callum for Callum's technical difficulties with the AI driving his car, and Waddington obviously catching up with great pace and with great respect giving him back to second place. As you well stated in the interviews, it's all a victory, and that's what it's racing about. So it was an amazing race, and I do suggest all the viewers from this one go and have a look at that stream on Talk of the Devil's account on Twitch. Me and just to sum it up, just in the last sentence, Kenzie said it's going to be very difficult to pick a highlight for the race, and I said, you know what, let's just put it out there for the viewers. It's an hour and a half long highlight. Pick your pick, that's how exciting the race was.
Well, the little bit that I did catch, from my point of view, the driver of the day would definitely be Anthony, for his respect when it came to the other drivers. And I would, definitely, sportsmanship definitely put him on. So for myself, the driver of the day was definitely Anthony last night.
Yeah, to have someone agree with us on that. Kenzie, sorry to interrupt you there, but I was about to say, your audio is not included in this video, eh?
No, he should be, because mine's included with him.
But it showed up on my stream, not included.
Well, you'll need to do that in your the party is being broadcast. There's a box that says include my audio. You need to make sure you tick that box.
Yeah, make sure your side is.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I could not agree with you more there on that one. There, what I've just done is I'm in the process. I was in the process before I came on here. Good evening, folks. By the way, this is Kenzie Retro here on the main. This is the main camera for the main stream for the Talk of the Devil on the Talk of the Devil account. This is camera 1 for tonight's Extreme One League. But yeah, like I said, Willem, could not agree with you more on that one. What I've done is I've managed to export the races last night onto our Talk of the Devil YouTube channel. I still need to get a playlist put together for both the Extreme One League and the Talk of the Devil League. I need to get both those playlists put together, but I'll make sure I get that done later this evening.
Well done. That will be amazing. The more platforms there is for the viewers to go back onto and go have a look what what we're streaming live, when they cannot make it with us live, that will be nice having them going on a later stage on the platforms, making it comfortable for the viewers. So that will be great stuff. Thank you, Anthony. Kenzie.
Anytime.
Willem, just out of curiosity, do you have your volume on your TV up there? Because you are getting a bit of a backplay.
No, my TV is actually muted. Everything is muted. It's a headset with a mic, so I'm not sure why there will be some playback or echo on my side. What I have done, like last night, is I've downed the game volume a bit. So if there's any viewers that can confirm that it worked better than last time, then that will be great. Then we know what the settings should be for going forward. Then we can just confirm that as well. I'm having a look here why you might have a playback. Just say if it just confirm it if it improves, please, there, Ivan.
Yeah, there is still a bit of a playback, so I'm not sure if it's coming from your side or from Kenzie.
Well, everything seems to be fine on my end because like Willem, I've muted my TV so that way all I hear is the audio coming through my headphones and of course the commentary from the party chat.
All right. Yeah. Well, then the echo must be coming from my side. All right.
Sorry, Ivan. You are the lucky one echoing tonight.
It happens, boys. It happens.
It happens. Nonetheless, I see on camera 2 we've got 2 viewers. Welcome to the viewers. This is Extreme One League Racing Season 1, round number 4, Baku. If you guys just joined in, warm welcome. I'm joined by the main commentator, Fraser McKenzie, and also one of the drivers and fellow commentator, Ivan Delport, also known as Tamer Curve. Also a driver in Extreme One League Racing, but unfortunately tonight's circumstances, he won't be driving with the grid.
Yeah.
Welcome, gentlemen.
And on my end, on the main stream that I've got set up on my end, I've got 4 viewers watching right now. Good evening to those of you that are watching right now. I'm one of them. Like Willem said, I'm one of the main commentators for both the Talk of the Devil League and the Extreme One League. Willem has been filling in the commentary slot for the last couple of races, and who knows? Maybe if things go well, he could end up being a regular commentator in the next few races. And of course, he's mentioned that we've got Ivan with us as well. Ivan taking over the slot of Matt Dixon, who was my commentary partner for last season for the Talk of the Devil League. But now Ivan is my commentary partner for my main commentary partner for the Talk of the Devil League.
Yeah, that is correct.
So yeah, and we were just talking about what happened with the Talk of the Devil League at this circuit just 24 hours ago. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I would highly recommend you either go back and watch it on Twitch or watch it on the YouTube channel when it goes live, because it was definitely one for the ages.
Yeah, we still made a joke about it, Kenzie, last night. Just to repeat what I said earlier to Ivan, there is no highlight, ladies and gentlemen. It's an hour and a half long highlight. Pick your pick and let us know in the commentary In the chats on these videos, let us know what stood out for you in the race if you go back and view it. We would love to hear from you, what you liked and what you would like to see again in the future, maybe. We even made a joke about Monaco, Kenzie. We want to fill in Ivan on.
Yes.
You want to fill in Ivan on that idea?
Ooh, I'm
Well,
listening.
basically, the idea that Willem actually came up with was the fact that we were thinking about having Monaco as just a fun race, simulation damage, no holds barred, just all the drivers just going for it, giving it everything they've got, and it just going to be all out chaos and carnage and everything in between.
I think we're going to
it
maybe
ends.
5 people in that race.
You know why we said that, Ivan? If you go back to the race last night, if you go back on the video last night for the viewers that missed it live, you will know why. Because the first 10 laps, we had 10 drivers out DNFing, and Kenzie informed me that that's one of the reasons why Monaco is not part of the calendar for Talk of the Devil's main league. And then he asked me a question that he wondered be like on Monaco, and I said, you know what, just do Monaco, take it off the calendar, no points, nothing counts, entertainment race for the viewers of Talk of the Devil, for the fans. It's just, it's just for the fun of it. Put the guys in there, make simulation damage, just go all out, and even do it 25%, even if you have to, and let's just entertain the viewers on Talk of the Devil, because we have so much action on Baku. What will you have on Monaco?
You know what? That's a brilliant idea, guys. It'll be just something interesting for the viewers, bro. It's all about the spectators, man.
Indeed.
Oh, it's just a bit of
And-
entertainment, and
and,
these guys got sense of humor as well, so they will enjoy it. The drivers will enjoy it as well.
And one of the viewers on my stream right now has managed to get a multi-stream up and running. They've just shared it onto the in the group in the
Yeah, that would be
the
under the
chat.
name Craved 101. Yeah.
Indeed.
Gentlemen, I'm still trying to get all my links and everything running and see where's what posted and get part on these viewers on their comments. So if I'm a bit on the end of on the back end of these things, just excuse me, but I'll get there. I promise I will get there.
Well, don't worry. I'll be essentially the third commentator tonight, so I'll be checking out comments on the stream, asking the viewers what they think, who you think is going to take the win.
Well, it's an open grid. I mean, we've got essentially 16 drivers in this lobby, if it's not including the 2 spectators, making us the 18. But these guys here from last night driving here again, so hopefully some of the mistakes has been run through, and maybe we're gonna see them taking a different approach to this race. Although it's a 50% and last night was 100%, and this now it's equal, and last night was realistic. Let's see what this race brings us tonight. It's gonna be a different thing, I think.
I do enjoy having the equal performance. It's just it's all about the driver, you know. This determines on who's a diligent driver, who's going to be the one to overstep his boundaries and either outbreak himself or taking people out. So I do enjoy the equal performance, and this is why I specifically take part in this league.
And at the end of the day, it's all going to come down to driver ability, with it being equal performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is about, when we touch on it's all about the driver, not the car, because it's equal. Then we also catch on with the more experienced drivers knowing which strategy to go for, the ones that did some practice, and like I said last night, Baku is not one of the tracks that's going to, be tire friendly, especially not on your ears. So some more of the experienced drivers, they will know, coming from practice sessions or what, how to run the strategy and which tires to go for. But this is a 50% race. Like Ivan said, it's equal performance. This is still open doors. Anyone can take this.
Well, I plan to come back flying next race, which is Spain. You're definitely going to have Tamer curved in that McLaren, boys.
And
There
we're
you go.
looking
You heard
forward
it.
to seeing
There
that.
you go. You heard it here first, folks.
Oh, Kenzie,
Yeah.
while we were live last night,
Mm-hmm.
I asked Anthony, if we can share a racetrack at a point, and he actually messaged me
Messaged
today
you.
and said, yes, thank you very much. Couldn't get that word out, but he actually
South
did that
Africans.
and said he would love to have a race together. So thank you, Anthony, for allowing me to race with, in my opinion, one of the legends in this game.
Oh, you're blowing so much smoke up at that man's rear end at the moment, bro.
Ivan, I've been saying it since my first opportunity, being guest commentary on Talk of the Devil and Extreme One last weekend, and it's two things. You have to be consistent, either fast or slow, but consistency is key. And then the next thing is you have to have respect on track, and there is no better example than last night with Anthony. So I'm not saying he's the best in the world. I'm not comparing him to anyone else. The plain fact is that's one of the drivers I would really love to have a race with. Whether it's with another guys on track, it doesn't matter. It's just a point that I would like to have a go with him on track and see how it goes.
Awesome, yeah.
And it looks like, as I've just spotted there, we've got a driver by the tag, gamer tag of Shant from by the looks of the flag from Lebanon. Interestingly,
Ooh, that's very interesting. So he's in my seat then tonight. He better do well.
Well, if I remember correctly, he
Yeah,
was quite
indeed
one of the
it
top
is.
drivers last weekend, though.
Indeed, it is Lebanon. How's about that?
That is really cool.
Because I mentioned it in the I mentioned it during the academy race in Australia back at the start of the season. That Jia Lu, our first Chinese driver of this league, and now we've got a driver from Lebanon. We've got a whole range of countries. We've got South Africa, UK, obviously, USA, Mexico, Lebanon, Canada, and Matt Ashman throughout the second half of last season in the Talk of the Devil League. He had this running gag where he would change flags every race.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Nevertheless, the drivers are starting to ready up. It looks like it's going to be 18 drivers, so not quite a full grid this evening, but doesn't change the fact that we could be in for another classic race just like last night.
Well, if that's the case, then Kenji, don't you want to send me an invite so that I'll quickly join in on the stream on the lobby?
Well, 18 drivers is still enough drivers to give us a lot of entertainment in this race.
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
There
Got
we
it,
go,
thank
that's the
you.
invite sent.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from the first qualifying session of Extreme 1 League Racing Season 1, number 4, Baku Street Circuits in the country of Azerbaijan. This is a street circuit, corners total 12 out, 8 to the left, if I'm not mistaken, and this is what you have to be careful on. So, it's going to be an interesting Q1 session following up to Q3.
Indeed, yeah. And it's actually, yeah, it is indeed 20 corners, but it's 12 to the left and 8 to the right.
I swapped it.
It's okay. But now, I wasn't here for the race last week.
Yes,
I wasn't.
it was a very good one. Yeah.
Yeah, just a shame that the stream cut out midway through the race, but
Yes.
nevertheless,
It was something that happened.
yeah. But nevertheless, let's have a look at the championship standings. Ryan Delisle in the Sport Pacer Racing Point. He is currently at the top of the standings with 53 points. Owen Lewis, who's one of the reserve drivers, is on 44 points, and Jabe Lu with 26, tied with Irving and of course Ivan, who got that fantastic win and the fastest lap in Australia at the start of the season. There's only 3 points separating third and sixth, and like we said last night with the Talk of the Devil standings, all it's going to take is one race result to change the course of the championship.
This is very true.
And that's what makes this so. That's exactly what makes this exciting. For the standings to be so close, and that's what you want to see, because that brings you ultimately great races, great competition between the drivers, and you have all this overtaking opportunities on track, because the guys want that one race result that can change up the leaderboard.
Indeed, we saw, like I said, the one race result that we changed the course of the championship. We didn't have Gary Braddon in the race last night. Stephen Harrison took the win with the fastest lap, so he got to the top of the championship. But also, because the Ferraris didn't finish last night, and Mercedes ended up getting a 1-2. They ended up getting themselves on top of the championship, and Callum said, as things should be. But the Constructors' Championship here for the Extreme 1 League, Sport Pacer Racing Point are at the top with 55 points, Red Bull with 46, and Haas are currently third in the championship with 45 points. So there's only 10 points between the top three. Then you've got McLaren with 38, Ferrari 34, but of course, still early days in the season, still early days in the championship, and so we're just waiting to see what happens. So I'm with Brendan Zarbless from Canada. He's in the Mercedes. He's got Kyle Keegan, who's his teammate, alongside him this evening. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. We've got yellow flags in Sector 3 already.
I think that's a car going slow.
Letting
the
other cars go through, so they've got a clear track ahead of them. We saw that in qualifying last night, that some of the drivers slowed down to let other cars go through so that they had a clear track ahead of them.
Yeah, no, we were actually just going mad here with, wanting to see where the action was, and it, like you said, it was just guys slowing down enough for the yellow flag to come out.
Well, I'm currently spectating on Dean in the Haas at the moment. He's coming towards the tricky left-right section on the main straight.
That's a very easy place to lose the car, as a few of the drivers from last night can attest to. Matthew Waddington just goes fastest with a 1:39.038. We've got Michael Handel in the Haas with a 1:39.046, so he's 8,000 slower. Then you've got his teammate Dean. Well, actually, it's Romano.
Oh, it's Romano, right.
It's Romano. He is third with a 1:39.942. Jabe Lu in the Willie with 1:49.29, roughly the same time he set last night in the Ferrari. And of course, that's on realistic performance. It's equal performance here, so it's just down to driver ability.
Yeah, I went prior to the race for this one specifically. I went out on track and trying to see, what your average lap time will be if for the race again. And average lap time in the race with equal performance, you're looking at the 140s, 141s. That's race pace. So it would be interesting to see what the fastest lap would be in Q3 today.
I think we could be looking at possibly the same times from last night. But nevertheless, I'm looking at Shant Tarpinian, if that's how you pronounce your name. I apologise in advance if I pronounce it wrong. This is the guy from Lebanon that I mentioned earlier. Not the fastest lap in the world, but a 1:43.1. It's a great lap time for him so far.
We've got issues in the lobby, guys, I think. We just have two drivers leaving. Anthony being one, and then also
John Taylor in the Sister McLaren.
That's a John Taylor. We hope it's not a repeat of last weekend, dear Ivan.
Let's hope not. I mean, I sent a nasty email through to Codemasters, and they did respond with a nice 4 gig update on the game, saying that they also worked on stability issues. But from what I see last night, there was a couple of drops.
Yeah, but it's also like we said last time, when we had a talk about it, is that you've got also the player behind his Xbox. There can be issues as well, seeing who the ISP is. That's something Zunaid mentioned on the previous stream. So Codemasters, thumbs up, hats off for responding with the update on stability issues. But I don't think ultimately they can be responsible for personal issues with your own connection with your ISP.
Yeah, this is very true.
The two Reynolds are doing the same thing here tonight. Looks like they're going here for
the slipstreaming. The slipstreaming. We noticed. We did notice that last night, and it looks like the drivers in this league are taking some tips from those drivers and applying them to this league. Interestingly, now there's Holgate in the Ferrari. He got a 140.8. Puts him 7th at the moment. But interesting here, we've got Irving in the sister Ferrari, 140.7, compared to John Taylor in the McLaren with 141.0. There's only 3/10 between 5th and 10th. That's how close it is right now.
That is close.
So I'm currently spectating with Owen at the moment in the Red Bull. He's just started his flying lap.
Owen's done pretty well for himself this season so far. He's managed to get 2 pole positions, one in Bahrain and one in China 7 days ago, and he also won in Bahrain 2 weeks ago as well, giving him a very good boost heading into the race this weekend.
I'm currently spectating 18th place, Afriki Pok Pok. That's Dion, also one of the fellow South African drivers. And he's in the Williams. Has he joined newly to this league here, Ivan?
This is quite interesting news to me as well. I haven't heard anything about it. But it's good to see that the South African boys are being represented. I did notice that Ryan isn't in today's race.
As you say that, as you were saying that, I just saw that also.
So at least we still have two South African boys representing. That would be Romano in 5th at the moment, and Afipokpok, Dion, down in 18th. So Owen's done a 139.8.11. That puts him to 3rd on the log at the moment.
And Michael Handel has just received a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with somebody. Who was the collision with? It was with his teammate. That's interesting.
Oh my word.
A grid penalty for colliding with his teammate. What were the odds of that happening?
Sector 3 have got yellow flags. We just want to make sure if that's not an incident or it's a driver slowing down.
It's Kyle Keegan. He's going very, very slowly. I'm not sure if he's out of fuel or what, but he's going at essentially a
He's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel. He is, yeah. He's out of fuel. What were the odds of that happening? We have seen a few drivers run out of fuel during their qualifying runs. It's not the first time we've seen it happen in the Talk of the Devon League, and we have seen it a couple of times here in the Extreme 1 League.
Yeah, I think it's because the guys are running really low fuel loads.
Yeah.
Just enough to do that one final lap.
And it looks like I think we've got somebody else that's out of Dion in the Williams. It looks like he's out of fuel as well.
Misjudging how much you would need.
Either that or what he's doing, he's just coasting, but it definitely looks like.
No, I'm actually on his telemetry, Kenzie. I can confirm
he's having trouble accelerating.
Out
yeah, he is definitely out of fuel. He's having trouble accelerating. He's definitely out of fuel. He might end up having to stop on the track. I'd be quite concerned if that did happen.
I think he just went out of the way of that other driver coming up. But it's nice to see that, these guys still stay off as far as possible from any racing line, even though they are pushing it a little bit far from, how much fuel you would need. Taking the chance there.
The grid's looking nice and mixed there. The different cars.
Yeah, 1 to 10 is again. You have all sorts in there. Licorice all sorts, as we said last night.
Yeah, that's it. It's a great comparison, and I've got to give you credit for that one. Now I'm not the biggest fan of the licorice all sorts sweets, but yeah, it is a very fair comparison. I'll give you that one.
Well, the colors may differ from the sweets to what the actual liveries are on the cars, but yeah, it's a great mix. But that's again, what we said last night. That's what you want to see. That is what you want to see. You want to see everyone competing as hard as they can, and that gives us a good mix. It seems like the top 5 is going to be settling down. I don't see them doing anything at the moment, coming out for the second run. And I suppose it's going to be the same thing happening in the previous race, where they save a set of tyres for Q2 and Q3 maybe.
Indeed, and it looks like I was with Tarpinian in the McLaren, but he's gone back into the pits. He wasn't going to improve on his lap time. He comes back here, and I don't blame him. But, we've got Matt Dixon in the Alfa Romeo. My goodness, he's only 2/10 up, heading through the castle section. It's just some of the camera shots here. He's just flies past them. He's definitely got a great pace on it. And look at that! He was 2/10 up after the first sector, He just made up half a second in that second sector. Where did he get that time from?
Well, this is all about your corner entry and exit. You know, getting as close as possible to the apex. And some of these corners you really want to avoid because that costs you a lot of time. And it seems like you just put the perfect lap together. Going with a 140.7, Kenzie.
He got another half second from that lap. How on earth is that even happening?
Well, it's due to track, and it's also due to where the guys are placing their cars in and out of the corners. It plays a big role on this track being such tight cornering.
And, we've got Tarpinian going back out on track. Irving going for another lap. Oh, hang on, what's happened?
What?
Yellow flags in sector 1. It's for Gareth. Gareth in the Alfa Romeo.
Why
I think he's collected the wall.
At this point, after what happened last night, I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen. We've got Dion in the Williams coming down the straight now.
He's definitely on his fast lap, approaching it.
Hopefully we get something. But it looks like they managed to clear the car without much difficulty. We've got a minute and 15 to go. It's going to be the slowest 3 cars that we use in this part of qualifying. Philip was already one of the slowest cars, so he's going to be out regardless. Lee's not going to be able to come out for another lap. He's going to be eliminated. The big question is, will Tarpinian manage to improve on his lap? He needs 8 tenths from his lap. It's a big ask, but if Matt Dixon has shown anything, if Matt Dixon's lap's anything to go by, it shows that anything can happen.
Well, he is starting his flying lap now.
We've got Dion in the Williams. He's on his lap right now.
Yeah, I'm on TV pod with him going around the lap, just trying to show the spectators.
And Lee,
a close up.
Lee's just about to start the session there, he's going to be starting at the back of the grid regardless.
Oh, Dion's scraping the wall there. Just keeping that car.
Well, our Lebanese driver is 0.3 up on his time.
Whoa!
That's great. And brilliant mark from Dion. 1-4 coming up 6.392.
Brilliant.
And that means Michael Booker is in danger of being eliminated.
Well, it seems like everyone has finished their laps.
Irving was on a lap, but he's come back into the pits.
It's just our Lebanese driver at the moment.
He's a quarter of a second down. He's got to make a second up in this final sector. How he can do that, I don't know. But it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make the improvements he needs to be able to get into the next part of qualifying. Did he improve?
No,
he doesn't.
No, full 16.
He stays 16th, and that's him out of qualifying.
Interesting turn of events for the first round.
And the 3 drivers
Again, we have a Williams in the top 10.
That I'm not overly surprised about, but it's Michael Handel in the Haas. He's got the time. He's got that grid penalty to take into account. We've got Tarpinian, Gareth, and Lee. They have all been eliminated from this part of qualifying.
It's again Q1. There's a big gap from the first 15 between them. We would like. I think we're going to see that gap closing, just like last night's race. But this being equal performance, you would have suspected a closer gap than yesterday, Kenzie.
Yeah, you would have thought that with it being equal performance, but as Frank Sinatra once put it, that's life. Doesn't always pan out the way you want it.
Yes. Well, I would not have thought about Frank Sinatra and that saying. So all the credit to you for bringing that one up. But yeah. Now this is where the strategy is going to play out. So again, we're going to have guys coming on softs, and we're going to have guys coming on the mediums. This being a 50% race, this will be a one-stopper. It just depends on how you're going to do it. Is it going to be softs to mediums or mediums to softs?
Indeed, because instead of it being 51 laps, it would be 26 laps with it being a 50% race distance, which would be the equivalent of about 95 miles, which would be just over 150 kilometers.
And all of that happens in just about half an hour, 40 minutes.
And of course that all depends on the circuit as well. But nevertheless, we've got John Taylor. He's the first out onto the track. He's going onto the softs. He's going to be trying to he'll definitely be looking to get that lap under his belt to get into the next part of qualifying.
Another disconnection there. Shantar showing up on my screen as left the session. Hopefully he can rejoin.
But of course he has already been eliminated from this part of. He's been eliminated from qualifying, so he's not going to be overly concerned about that.
Gentlemen, while these guys are doing their outlaps and getting their tires warm, what is the best looking car on track for you guys this season? With all delivery changes and the little bits of updates on deliveries, what's your favorite looking car on track for this season?
Well, if I was one of those viewers answering this question, it's a tough one to call, but I would probably have to say either the McLaren with the orange and the blue diamonds at the back, or the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I just got another one in the mix here, and that's the Renault. That black and yellow looks amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a way to make yourself stand out from the crowd. On the left, we've got John Taylor coming through the final sequence of corners and then on to the main straight, which is the longest on the calendar.
We just had Matt Dixon on his fast lap losing the rear end there before the castle section. I wonder how that would have cost him a little bit of time on his lap. You might see him going out again and scraping the wall there on the exit.
Oh my goodness me. It's Romano goes fastest at 39.5. I've just double checked, and it turns out the back straight. It turns out, yeah. So like I say, this is the longest. It does have the longest straight on the current F1 calendar at just over 2 kilometers long.
It's massively long.
so short if you're on full taps in one of these cars. These cars going over 200 miles an hour on a 2 kilometer straight, it ends quite quickly. I would suspect, being in that seat.
Yeah, all over it in roughly about 10 seconds, depending on how fast you're going down that straight. That was got Michael Handel, Jorge, Owen, Jarbailu, and Brendan. I was about to set a lap time, I'm going to say that, so I want to try to set a lap time. There you go, that was Kyle, 40.499, and you had Brendan at 42.3. Jorge is out on a lap as well. He'll be setting his first lap of this part of qualifying. We've got Michael Handel still in the pits, while Jorge starting to make his way through the castle section. It's definitely one of the more technical sections of any F1 circuit on the current calendar. That looks like one of the Alfa Romeos. It was Matt Dixon just letting Jorge past. He didn't want to have any part in impeding that lap.
Dude with a big butt, I'm not sure what his real name is, but that's his gamer tag. He just scraped the wall. He just scraped the wall there on corner 2. Doesn't seem like he's got damage. I think it was just a wheel touching the barrier there. But he's extremely close to the wall again there.
The main thing is he's lucky to have been able to avoid the damage. Jorge has just gone up to third, 39.995. We've got Jarbailu in Williams. He's just started his lap. He's going to ride on board with him for this lap. He's coming through turn 2 now, breaks down to 65. This is one of the 2 DRS zones. He's having close to 200 miles an hour. He clocks over at 205, breaking down to 60 for turn 3. Then a short run up to turn 4. Right-hander almost clipping the wall there. He heads towards turn 5 and 6. Left and right, and then another short straight as he heads towards turn 7. Then start of the castle section now. Almost clips the wall again, but definitely driving on the edge. Coming out of the castle section now, he's only got a few corners left to go before that main straight.
I see shot now just joined again.
And Jarbailu, his lap times are looking okay. Just at the 200 mile an hour mark. Gets up to 205, he's going to hit 210 across the line. 41.4, hitting 9th. And Owen Lewis with a 39.3. Fantastic lap from him.
The last person to do a lap, I'm on board with Duke with the big butt. He's currently on the soft in the house, approaching the last set of corners, now before the S's on the main straight. Trying to tuck it in nicely to get him through the exits. Over 350 kilometers an hour, approaching the 340 mark just before the straight finish. And there you go, ladies. 138.8.
just shy of 800 faster than Waddington. So the drivers in danger of being eliminated are Jabelu, Irving, Dion, Brendan, and Ben Hazelwood in the Toro Rosso. That's your 5 that are in danger of being eliminated right now.
Well, I think Jabelu in 11th, he might now go into the pits because he doesn't have any DRS left. Oh, well, there we go. He will continue with his lap. I suspect he will be
Interesting, that is very interesting. He's only got 5 minutes to go.
Yep. It's gonna be tight doing another lap. Irvin in the Ferrari is on his out lap, also on the softs. And well, he's going to change his strategy because he doesn't want to be eliminated. He went out on mediums, he's now on the softs. So let's see what he can bring up. I'm on board with him at the moment. On his out lap, approaching the last set of corners before he starts his flying lap. Now this is where you want to get your exit perfect.
Brendan in the
Because you're going to carry all the speed.
Coming to the Brendan in the Mercedes is just coming to the pits. He's to try and get his tyres changed as quickly as he can. Jarvelu's slowed down quite a bit. Looks like he'll be coming in to get his tyres changed. And Brendan does indeed go on to the softs. Dion still on the mediums. Sounds like he might be confident enough to be able to get into the next part of qualifying on those mediums, but wait and see what happens.
Well, Irvin lost a bit of time in corner 4, having a bit of a tail happy event. So I hope that doesn't cost him too much. He's only 12, and he needs roughly
about 3/4 of a second, roughly. And he's hit the wall!
And he's out.
That's his lap over!
He's done.
Half the section. And that's his session over.
This is so ironic because that's the same, almost the same thing that happened with Charles Leclerc this year. It was almost a picture-perfect event, and he's in a Ferrari as well. Oh my God, can catch you out the moment you just put your eyes.
Irony of that. The cruel irony of it. Here's Ben Hazelwood. Gets through without much difficulty. Brutal for Irving, but hopefully he can make it up with a good race result later on.
Wow. That is such a difficult corner to take, and it catches you out so quickly and easily. Dion stopping completely to let the traffic through. He's having a good eye on the traffic at the moment. He just wants to get a perfect lap in it by the seams of it. If I'm him, I would hurry it up a little bit more. There's only 50 seconds left for him to get over that finish line to do his lap.
Just less than a minute to go.
This is where you want to get the power on. Otherwise you're going to miss out on your speed carrying it on the main straight.
Indeed, couldn't have said it better myself. Irving from the pits, he's going to be out. Michael Booker in the Renault, he's going to be out. Jarbelu, he's indeed gone onto the softs. He's going to try and improve on his lap time to be able to hopefully improve on his lap time and get into the next part of qualifying.
Dion just cancelled his lap.
Well, that's an interesting move.
And
that
he
means
was
he's gonna
ready to go.
And that means he's going to be out. Only Jabelu and Brendan in the Williams and Mercedes respectively can improve on their lap times. Matt Dixon and potentially Ben Hazelwood.
Oh, Dion just sent me a message, ladies and gentlemen. He told me that he had a bit of an incident with the wall and got a bit of wing damage, and that made him cancel the lap just prior to that fast lap. What an unfortunate
Brendan,
event.
while that's happening, Brendan, just seeing his sector time, he is over a second quicker. He could be guaranteed a slot in qualifying 3. What's his time going to be? 1:40.544 puts him 9. He's going to be safe. Matt Dixon's been eliminated. Will Ben Hazelwood follow suit?
And what will Jabe Lee do? He's approaching the final set of corners on his fast
Currently
lap.
half a second up. He's just found another couple of tenths. He only needs another 10th or 2 to be able to get into the top 10 shootout. And it's definitely going to look like the top 10, regardless of what happens, are all going to start on the soft tyre final. And Jabe Luke does,
And he did it.
goes up to 8th. He goes into 8th. The 1:40.390.
Well, there you have it.
Ben, Matt, Michael, Irving, and Dion all eliminated from qualifying. Michael Handel, Andrew Waddington, Owen Lewis, Romano, Caesar Gordon, John Taylor, Jabe Lou, Kyle Keegan, and Brendan all into qualifying 3.
That was a stellar lap from Jabe Lee to get him in contention with quali 3. Brilliant stuff from him on the last moments.
Indeed, another great lap as well from Brendan, who was last, managed to get himself into the top 10, and it's only going to be Kyle Keegan who is going to be starting on the mediums from those that are in the top 10.
Which I would say is the better strategy at the moment. You do get a little bit better track position with the soft tyre in the beginning, but the medium's wear is a little bit less. Quite a lot less than the soft tyre. The soft won't last you that long in the first couple of laps, which compromises your your pit window. So this will be interesting to see what he does in the top 10 with those mediums.
Now we're into the top 10 shootout. This will see who gets onto pole position. Yeah.
Well, Anthony Waddington definitely controlling Q1 and Q2 as we saw, so he will definitely be one of the guys to have a look at. And also Michael being top of the runners in Q1. So Anthony Waddington and Michael, I think they will be going gloves off in this session.
We've got Waddington, Romano, and Jabelu all out on the track. Well, Romano is the first guy to be going out. It seems like he's going to make space for
Anthony to go past. Warming up the tires nicely there by the bonnet. You can see him.
And we've got our two all-sitters from this season so far, Owen and Michael Hall, both in this final part of qualifying. We could end up with a great battle between them for pole position, whether Michael gets the second or Owen gets the third. But anyway, we could end up with something like Waddington getting their first pole position of the season.
That will be very nice to see. But Anthony, we just have to say, this is top class from all of the drivers. The ones that's been eliminated up to the top 10 and to the top 5. These guys are giving it their all. You can see it, when you look at how their driving style, you can look at the lap times. These guys are giving it what they can. And that's what we want at the end of the day. We want to see them fight for that glory of having pole.
Indeed.
I'm just on board with Romano at the moment in the Haas, and it seems like he's got his lines a bit wrong. Just a little bit wonky going in there, approaching Castle section now, and taking that corner very nicely. Tight on the right and very tight on the left hand. And now the difficult part is now gone. Keeping the composure now in the final corners before the main straight. This is where you make up a lot of your lap time. Perfectly executed corner there. Now the last one before the S's. Perfectly done.
You've got yellow flags in section 2. And it's John Taylor.
And that's John Taylor. Oh my word. Do we have our first victim, Kenzie? Is this going to be our first victim?
I think that might have been from the castle section, which I wouldn't be surprised. We saw Irving lose it at the...
Well, I'm on board with your guy, approaching castle section now. Just want to try to see if there's any debris or anything like that in castle section, which, no, there isn't. That's odd. So,
unless what happened there was trouble there. Unless what happened is... Unless what happened is Caesar, unless John ended up losing the car earlier before the castle section.
Well, I think that's the only possibility because there was nothing on the track in castle confirming that he did indeed crash out in castle section. I'm on board with Michael at the moment in the Haas, dude with the big butt. Him going for his first fast lap, still on the out lap currently. And he touched the wall, and he will definitely have front wing damage. Michael has, sorry, not Michael Owen, but Michael in the Haas has got wing damage on the left front of his Haas. And all of that happened on his outlap.
Caesar's just set his first lap of qualifying 3 at 1:43.29. We've got a couple of drivers in the 1:38s already. Owen Lewis in the Red Bull and Waddington in the Toro Rosso.
Kenzie, we're seeing the 138s coming into play again. A 138.5, whereby last night we saw the 138.2 mark, so we're 3/10 off last night's pole time.
And also it'll be interesting here, there's just over a 10, between Waddington and Lewis. There's not much to separate them, so it looks like it's going to be between those two for pole position. But I wouldn't discount Michael just yet.
I see he's busy on his outlap. And Romano as well. And I think they're a bit too far away from one another to be able to pull the toe. But let's see what he is bringing for us on his outlap. He's very careful in Castle, which I would suspect, and this would play a big role psychologically. You know, he knows he made a mistake there, and he would try to avoid that with all cost, and that will cost him that time.
Indeed, we've got Romano on another outlap.
And it doesn't seem like Romano is waiting for his teammate to catch up for the toe. They would be doing it separately. Oh, Romano scratching the wall there. Wow!
Wow, that nearly ruined his lap.
Well, there's no damage on the car. That was wheels to the wall. That would have slowed down his teammate a bit, today, knowing that his teammate was going for that fast lap. It's unfortunate for Romano. He was really on a fast one there. So that will definitely be a cancellation by Romano on that lap. Coming into the final part of Q3.
We'll have time to go for another lap.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's pushing to go for another lap though.
I think it looks like he's very happy with what he's done. Owen Lewis is going out for another lap.
Oh, touch the wall again.
Sort of thing you can really do without.
Michael approaching the track finish now, just before the DRS zone for his first fast lap. Let's see what his timing will be. A 138.3. Wow! Oh! We expected this to happen. You called it, Kenzie.
I wouldn't know that.
So there is seconds at the moment, splitting the top 10, being number 10, John Taylor, DNFing or retiring in Q2. So the top 9 split by 2 seconds, Kenzie. That's a lot for the top 10.
Very true.
That's a huge time distance for the top 10. And this being equal performance.
I'm just keeping an eye on Owen Lewis. He's definitely looking quick through. Looking quick to see what his second time is like, and he's faster. He's got it 10 times.
Oh, this is
He's got a 10.5 to make up. If this is going to be close, Waddington's not going to be through. This is going to be close. Is Owen going to improve? He does, but not enough.
wow! A 10.5 splits.
And Kyle Keegan, he hasn't picked up. So that means that Michael Handel with his second pole position of the season.
Wow. He would be chasing the race man at the moment. But this is going to be a battle in the race between Owen and Michael, respectively being in the Haas and the Red Bull.
This is a battle I cannot wait for.
Top 4 split by only a second, the rest done by the second. It's a lot of lap time splitting the top 10, Kenzie. That's a lot of time.
And now we head into our 5-minute break. As we head into round 4 of the Extreme 1 League for this season. We are in Baku. Not much changing about the facts and stats of the Caspian Sea, the world's largest inland body of water. Baku is the sole metropolis of Azerbaijan. It's also the second longest track on the calendar after Spa, the longest straight on the calendar at just over 2 kilometers long. 4 different winners. We had Rosberg, Ricciardo, Hamilton, and Bottas all winning an Azerbaijan Grand Prix each since its inception in 2016. 3.73 miles on this circuit, an average speed of roughly 140 miles an hour. 2 DRS zones with 20 corners to negotiate. That's 12 to the left and 8 to the right. Some of the action zones to look out for as well. You've got turn 1 from last night's race there. Willem and Panagiotis coming together. And Willem ended up with a penalty and Panagiotis not being able to finish the race. Turn 3 also to look out for from Raikkonen versus Ocon. And also earlier this season with Ricciardo and Kvyat. Might need to get some better rear view mirrors for Ricciardo next time with that one. Turn 15 Vettel thought Hamilton brake checked him during the safety car, decided to come alongside him, give him a little nudge, and there was a few consequences after that. And then we've got the main straight to look out for as well. The reason I bring up the main straight is because of that incredible show of sportsmanship between Anthony Waddington and Callum Harrod at the end of the race last night. The 3 tyre compounds we have with us, as always, the soft, medium, and the hard. It's the C4, the C3, and the C2. And last but by no means least, it's on to the grid. And we have and it turns out Owen Lewis will be starting on pole for the third time this season due to a penalty from Michael Handel earlier on in qualifying. Then you've got Anthony Waddington, a great performance from him. Third in the Talk of the Devil League last night, and he's starting second today. Kyle Keegan, another great performance from him, starting third. Jorge in the Ferrari starting fourth. Then you've got the Haas's of Romano and Michael, fifth and sixth in row three. Michael starting sixth because of his grid penalty. Jarbe Lou in the Williams, great performance from him in seventh. Caesar in eighth. Then you've got Brendan in the Mercedes in ninth, followed by John Taylor rounding up the top 10 as he couldn't take part in, as he was unable to get a lap in. Now, the rest of the grid, we have got Ben Hazelwood in the Toro Rosso with Matt Dixon alongside him. Then we've got Michael Booker in the Renault and Irving Diaz in the Ferrari. And we've got Dion from South Africa in the Sister Williams. And then we've got Shans Tarpinian making his debut. Not the star I would have wanted, but he'll be hoping to make a big impact. Followed by Gareth Lambourne and Lee rounding up the grid.
Yeah, Kenzie. So this is like the moment we're waiting for. It's the lights out moment, and then corner 1, 3, and then castle section to look out for. I will definitely be looking out for corner 1 again tonight, and then especially the castle section. Where these guys are going to be pushing the limits. Castle section being a very tight section, so if we do have an incident there, it would be, again, like I said last night, the most expensive pile up in history. But let's hope that goes all well for the drivers.
Indeed. We shall wait and see what happens there. And drivers are readying up.
20 seconds left. I'm feeling that same excitement that I got last night for the lights out. Let's see what they bring us.
So we had one of the viewers in the chat on my stream mentioning that agreeing with me, McLaren having one of the best liveries on the grid. Hopefully we don't get too much damage to it today, but nevertheless, 3 lights, 4 lights, and when they go out, it will be race time, and there's a motion! A great start there from the 2 Haas's, and Owen Lewis maintaining the lead, heading into the first corner, and it looks like we've already got some carnage. People going wide in the first corner, but thankfully not as chaotic as the start last night.
Oh, he's outshot down as just connected the wall. He's down into 18.
He lost it at turn 2, and that is him at the back, and he's lost part of his front wing already. Shocking surprise.
Oh, we have another accident here. Matt Dixon and
that's Matt Dixon. It's Matt Dixon. He's lost his front wing completely. Teammate down behind him as well.
It's a repeat. It's a repeat.
Not just chaotic, no, but we still lost front wings. I'm not surprised. We lost front wings already.
Oh, there we go. It's Wallace as well. Him having
he's lost part of his front wing as well. Wallington definitely having a look at Owen Lewis. Definitely having a look. Definitely looking feisty. He's looking racy. He wants to have a crack. Here comes the next 2.2 kilometers.
And we have
slipstream. Waddington has slipstream. He's able to go faster. Is he going to get him into turn 1? He's got the racing line. And Lewis manages to keep the lead. Manages to keep the lead out of that. Jorge's in the pits already. He's having to keep his front wing. Brendan in the pits. Michael Booker in the pits. Ford Driver 20 in the pits. Matt Dixon in the pits. And Tarpinian following suit. So the order at the end of the first lap. Owen Lee, Waddington second. Keegan third. Handel fourth. Mono fifth. Dion sixth. Garbo seventh. Caesar eighth. John Tyrrell ninth. And Owen rounding out the top 10. The biggest winners out of the start were Lee and Dion getting 9 places in the Williams, Lee getting 7 in the Renault. Great starts from them.
What a race start. I almost thought we're going to have a complete repeat of last night, showing all that action again in corner 1, 2 and 3, Kenzie. This is hectic things happening on Baku.
Indeed. It'll be very interesting to see what happens when we approach lap 3. We've got yellow flags in sector 2 already. That will be another person hitting the wall. I'm not surprised with how tight this circuit is. Waddington closing in on this again. He's got the slipstream. The question is he going to be able to make the move stick this time? He's a lot closer this time. He's got a bit more time. He's got a bit more space. But Lewis defending well, and Waddington goes for the move. Is he going to make the move stick? Lewis shuts the door on him. He's not having any of it.
None. But that's great driving. Knowing where to place the car.
The only problem now
wide
is
open
the fact that Waddington now has DRS. He can have a crack heading down to turn 3. He's going to go for it. He's not going to try and do a Daniel Kabir. He's not going to go for the torpedo. He's going to keep himself clean, keep himself out of trouble. Yellow flag in sector 3. Lee in the pits. He's having to change his front wing again already.
Wow, I don't know what to put.
It looks like Michael Handel
freaky
has
pop
got...
pop. Dion climbing 10 places already.
He's already up into 5th! This guy's a wow mission!
And he collected the wall with the left front wing just now. He will not be happy with himself at all after that.
Just when he was making his way through the field, but regardless, that is an incredible lap. That is incredible progress for him. But it looks like it's all
Both
Williams
done the wall down there, and that's it again. Your words was not called as yet you spoke then, Kenzie, saying the McLaren is the best livery on track. It should not get damaged tonight, and it was the first car that we saw that got damaged tonight. Wow.
Yeah. The good old commentator's curse strikes again.
Well, I hope they're not blaming us for that, but I just had to comment that the best looking car was the first one to have damage. But nonetheless, we've got Caesar coming into the pits in the Red Bull, having a front wing change. Only losing 2 positions so far in the race.
Irving's having to come back in again. It's all falling apart for Irving.
But we saw this in yesterday's race as well.
Tarpinian, he's starting to make his way back through the field. Got Johnson getting past Jarve meanwhile. Getting past Brendan as well.
Oh, they're neck and neck.
Having a great battle. Great battle that we've got. But up front, and hang on, what's going on here? Dion started 15. He's now up into 4th. Is he going to challenge for the race win today at this point?
Well, it won't surprise me. He's a very, very competitive racer, and he wants to win every single time, and he's going to push as hard as he can for that. That I can guarantee. looking at 11th place climbs in only 5 laps. What does he have in store for us today?
Wasn't close enough to make any sort of impact.
Right, I see John Taylor in the
And
McLaren
Kyle
going
Keegan,
in.
they're in the pits already.
Yeah. As well, Jarbe Lou going into the pits now. And we have Utica challenging the Mercedes on the main straight. And he is taking it comfortably.
Made that look easy.
Well, I can't say it's the horsepower of that Ferrari because it's a super performance, but I suspect he saved every
Got the
last
setup,
bit
and
of
oh, hang on a
speed.
second! Hang on, trying to cut in there, but Waddington just got past Owen Lewis. Owen Lewis has front wing damage heading into the parcel section.
What? Castle is claiming more damage than what there is left in this world. Castle section being the one causing all the chaos on this track now.
Looks like we've got another infamous corner to add to the list when it comes to for the past 2 seasons we've had Australia with turn 12. We've obviously got the Wall of Champions from Canada, and just a few weeks ago, Hockenheim turned 16.
Oh yeah, turn 16, yeah. That corner I can agree with. Just got a message from Ivan. Ivan says, thank you, James. Dion is exiting the pits now for the front wing change. He is still in 5th place and just closed the door there on your gate. So this is going to be the darkness up there.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out.
And he's on the gearbox of Garrett. He is challenging again for 4th.
Unbelievable. Garrett, 13 stops. Like he's yet to make a stop.
This has become an epic race. Oh, and they collect, and they made contact. Oh, you just made contact with Garrett. Clipping him on the rear and forcing him on the slide of Garrett.
Did
Just
he
before
sustain
Castle.
damage though? That's the $1 million question. Did he sustain damage? Doesn't look like he did.
Nothing.
Waddington's in the pits
Doesn't
now.
look like any.
Waddington's in the pits. Let's make a stop. And
Oh,
Romano's in the pits
Garrett
as well.
connected the wall. Garrett connected the wall. Gavin a slide, and now he's got 3 cars on his rear. The 2 Ferraris and John Taylor in the McLaren. They're going
And
to push
somehow
as
didn't
hard.
sustain any damage.
That car is made of steel. I'm very sorry. FIA must look at that front wing. I don't think it's carbon fiber. Wow.
There's contact in the wall. Contact on the main straight.
With John Taylor and the Ferrari.
Contact, he's lost. He's lost the end plate. That's why the Ferrari. That's Irving. His mate's causing